For more than 25 years, the smartest 30 minutes on television. From the campus of Wake Tech, get your crania in gear. It's time to play Brain Game.
Competing today are Southeast Raleigh High School and Broughton High School. High five on the ground, there we go, very good. Nice, oh sorry, I missed, I'll get you back, sorry. All right. Hello and welcome to Brain Game, everyone. I'm your host, Mark Roberts. Thank you so much for joining us here at Wake Tech Scott Northern Wake Campus. Let's meet the players and get this whole thing started today, shall we? First up, from Broughton High in Raleigh, we have Michael, Bella, and Owen. There is Broughton, everyone. And from Southeast Raleigh, we have Kime, Callie, and Amina. That is Southeast Raleigh, everyone. Great audience up there. All right. Remember, in Brain Game, each team will have first crack at 3 questions in each category. Correct answers in Brain Game get you 20 points. You get it wrong, we take 20 away. If a team can't answer, they can pass. So the other team should always be in there with a response. Our teams look ready to go out there. So let's get this cross-city confrontation underway, shall we? Pop-up culture is our first category. Today, we're testing our players' knowledge of doctors who aren't really doctors. Do they know the science behind the fiction? So, kicking off doctors that aren't doctors, pop-up culture with Broughton. Name this Time Lord who travels in a police call box. 15 actors have played this character across the BBC and Disney+.
Our team's answer is Doctor Who.
That is correct. Question 2 in pop-up culture for Broughton. He's a wizard and a scientist and the Lord of Latveria. Who is this arch enemy of the Fantastic Four who hides behind a metal mask?
Our team's answer is Dr. Doom.
That is the right guy. And last doctors that aren't doctors for Broughton, Dr. Teeth is the keyboardist for the Electric Mayhem, the house band for what TV show starring these part marionette, part puppet characters?
Our team's answer is The Muppet Show.
That is the right show. All right. Good job, Broughton. Now, let's do pop-up culture doctors that aren't doctors with Southeast Raleigh. The FDA says this is not a cola, but a unique soda flavor. What is this beverage brand founded in Waco, Texas in 1885?
Our team's answer is Dr. Pepper.
That's right. Question 2 in pop-up culture for Southeast Raleigh. Andre Young founded Death Row Records and Beats Electronics. By what nickname is he better known?
Our team's answer is Dr. Dre.
That is Dr. Dre, you are right. And last doctors that aren't doctors for Southeast Raleigh. He led the Philadelphia 76ers to an NBA title in 1983. Who is this MVP?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Broughton.
Our team's answer is pass.
Answer there is Dr. J. Julius Erving's first pro team were the Virginia Squires of the ABA. Let's turn the channel to the news in headliners today, shall we? We'll need our players to be on top of current events, both foreign and domestic. We're covering states and nations in the news. Each team begins with a visual clue, so everyone's eyes should be right there on the screen. Kicking off headliners with Broughton. Who is this former Attorney General of Florida who has been nominated to lead the U.S. Department of Justice?
Our team's answer is Pam Bondi.
That's right. Question 2 in headliners for Broughton. Washington at $16.66 leads 21 states. And how much they will raise what economic quantity in 2025?
Our team's answer is minimum wage.
That's right. And last headliners for Broughton. President Biden blocked the sale of what J.P. Morgan formed industrial giant to a Japanese firm?
Our team's answer is U.S. Steel.
That's right. All right, good job, Broughton again. Now, headliners for Southeast Raleigh. She's prepared to wrestle with difficult issues as the new Secretary of Education. Who is this businesswoman and 2-time Connecticut candidate for Senate?
Our team's answer is pass.
That goes over to Broughton.
Our team's answer is Linda McMahon.
That is right. Question 2 in headliners for Southeast Raleigh. Chinese hackers allegedly breached security at what U.S. Cabinet Department in January?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Broughton.
Our team's answer is pass.
Treasury was the department. And last headliners for Southeast Raleigh. Proponents of what anti-discrimination legislation hope that President Biden might make it the 28th Amendment to the Constitution?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Broughton.
Our team's answer is pass.
Equal Rights Amendment, or the ERA. The answer we're looking for there. Linda McMahon attended ECU before getting into the whole wrestling business, an industry that took her across America, which is our next category on Brain Game. Players today, each correct answer will be U.S. places that begin with the letter A. So if you find yourself thinking of an answer that does not start with the letter A, think of another answer, because that would be wrong. That's my advice before the segment there. All right, going to Broughton for Across America. Answers that begin with the letter A. What southern state is home to the Crater of Diamonds State Park and has a diamond shape on its flag?
Our team's answer is Arkansas.
That is right. Question 2 in Across America for Broughton. What Northeast Ohio city is known as the rubber capital of the world? Its university's teams are called the Zips.
Our team's answer is Akron.
Akron is right. Zips is a cool name. And last Across America for Broughton, what U.S. state capital would appear first in alphabetical order?
Our team's answer is Albany.
That is right. All right, now we're moving over to Southeast Raleigh for Across America. Answers that begin with the letter A. What state contains Lake Havasu City, home to London Bridge since 1968?
Our team's answer is Alaska.
That is incorrect. Broughton?
Our team's answer is Arizona.
Arizona is correct. Question 2 in Across America for Southeast Raleigh. What sixth largest city in Virginia was once part of the District of Columbia?
Our team's answer is Alexandria.
That is right. And last Across America for Southeast Raleigh. What largest city in New Mexico gets its name from a Spanish duke?
Our team's answer is Albuquerque.
Point me in the direction of Albuquerque. That is correct. All right, players, you all get an A for effort. We'll hit our first break of the game. Coming up, we've got word power and arts and literature. Brain Game will be right back, everyone. Welcome back to Brain Game, everyone. After that first round of play, we have Broughton on the board with 220 points, and Southeast Raleigh is in there with 60. It's time to find out how well our players can do filling in the blanks. In today's Word Power, we're going all out to earn points. Each correct answer will contain the letters O-U-T in order. The words can start, end, or contain the word out. So, Word Power out words. We're beginning with Broughton here. These 7-letter gatherings usually happen in the summer, or you can go to one of these restaurants for one of their 40 fresh milkshakes.
Our team's answer is Cookout.
That is correct. Question 2 in Word Power for Broughton. Usually one hall. They can have more than one seat for families. What are these 8-letter facilities that don't require indoor plumbing?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Southeast Raleigh.
Our team's answer is pass.
Outhouse, the answer we're looking for. And last out words for Broughton. Mesh ones improve your home Wi-Fi. What is this 6-letter device that provides a connection to your internet provider?
Our team's answer is router.
Router is correct. Now, we're doing Word Power with Southeast Raleigh. Out words. You can get one of these 7-letter treatments at your hairdresser, but hopefully not for your tires while driving there.
Our team's answer is a blowout.
A blowout, that's right. Question 2 in Word Power for Southeast Raleigh. What 11-letter word can mean overdue or exceptional?
Our team's answer is outstanding.
Outstanding is right. I'm usually more overdue than exceptional myself. And Southeast Raleigh, your last Word Power. You don't have to be religious to have this 6-letter characteristic. Just be a dedicated follower.
Our team's answer is devout.
Devout is correct. Cookout is one of more than a half a dozen fast food joints that got started in North Carolina before expanding. Bojangles, Hardee's, and Biscuitville are some of the others. It's making me hungry just to talk about that stuff. Let's do arts and literature now. We'll be learning about the true classics, hanging paintings, along with some required reading. Let's see who's really into the arts now. This is arts and literature for Broughton. Fruit Basket is a bright departure from most of his works, which employed Chiaroscuro. Who is this Italian painter?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Southeast Raleigh.
Our team's answer is pass.
Caravaggio is the answer we're looking for. Question 2 in Arts and Lit for Broughton. Songs in the Key of Life is the first album by an American to debut at number 1. What blind Motown musician recorded it?
Our team's answer is Stevie Wonder.
That is right. And last Arts and Lit for Broughton. An elderly professor wants to sell the family estate in a Chekhov play. Name this titular uncle.
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Southeast Raleigh.
Our team's answer is pass.
Vanya, the answer we're looking for. All right, this is Arts and Lit for Southeast Raleigh. A similar painting, Still Life with Melon and Peaches, was painted by an artist with a similar name. Who is this French modernist painter?
Our team's answer is pass.
Broughton.
Our team's answer is pass.
Edouard Manet, the answer we're looking for. Question 2 in Arts and Lit for Southeast Raleigh. The opera character's name is missing its H, but the story is based on the Shakespeare play about a general tricked into murdering his wife.
Our team's answer is Othello.
Othello is correct. And last Arts and Lit for Southeast Raleigh. What author, Baltimore resident, and attendee of West Point is the namesake of the Mystery Writers of America's Award for Excellence?
Our team's answer is pass.
Broughton, would you like to try?
Our team's answer is Edgar Allan Poe.
That is right. Edgar Allan and Poe, also the name of the 3 Baltimore Ravens mascots. Players now, we have reached our second time out of the day. We've got name game and crunching numbers and rocket science when Brain Game returns, everyone. Welcome back to Brain Game, everyone. After that second round of play, we have Broughton on the board with 300 points and Southeast Raleigh in there at 140. And it is time for substitutes. Let us welcome Nate to the game for Broughton. There's Nate right there. Good TV hair on Nate. And for Southeast Raleigh, we have Sanaa is in the game now. There he is. He's sporting a good hairdo, too. All right. Let's get back to it now with Name Game. Players, today we're looking for French scientists who are not named Marie Curie. Still a lot of options, but the most popular French scientist of the history books is not one of them. All right, so let's begin Name Game. French scientist not named Marie Curie, and this is with Broughton. He was Marie Curie's husband and research partner. He shared her Nobel Prize, but was killed in a tragic carriage accident.
Our team's answer is Pierre Curie.
That is right. The namesake of the gas law linking absolute temperature and gas volume. He also launched the first hydrogen-filled balloon. For Broughton. Need something over there, Broughton?
Our team's answer is Gay-Lussac.
That is incorrect. Southeast Raleigh, would you like to try?
Our team's answer is pass.
Jacques Charles is the answer we're looking for. And last French scientist question for Broughton. He was not sitting on a park bench when he invented the aqualung. Who is this French oceanographer?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Southeast, if you would like to try.
Our team's answer is pass.
That is Jacques Cousteau, the explorer, Jacques Cousteau. All right, now we are doing French scientists with Southeast Raleigh. This French woman won the Nobel Prize for creating elements using radiation. She is the daughter of Marie Curie. Marie Curie.
Our team's answer is pass.
Let's go over to Broughton. Would you like to try that?
Our team's answer is pass.
Irene Curie is the answer we're looking for. Now we're back to Southeast Raleigh for Name Game. You'd think his last initial would be K. Who developed a principle of chemical equilibrium?
Our team's answer is Kelvin.
That is incorrect. Broughton, would you like to try that one?
Our team's answer is pass.
Answer there is Henri Le Chatelet. And last Name Game for Southeast Raleigh. He was so good at electricity, they named the fundamental unit of electric current after him. Who is this physicist? Need something over there, Southeast.
Our team's answer is pass.
Broughton, would you like to try that one?
Our team's answer is ampere.
That is right. He was so good at electricity. You are correct there. All right, players, have your pencil and scratch paper at the ready. It is time for crunching numbers, everyone. You now have twice as much time to answer each question. If you're still stumped, you can always pass to the other team, so everyone should be working toward an answer. Let's kick off crunching numbers with Broughton. Solve the equation. 2 to the power of 4x minus 5 equals 8 to the power of x plus 2. Need something, Broughton? Anything?
Our team's answer is 7.
That is incorrect. Southeast Raleigh? Anything over there? All right, we need something. You guys just said it's the kickback there.
Our team's answer is pass.
11, the answer we're looking for. Question 2 in crunching numbers for Broughton. In the diagram, the measure of angle ACB is 30 degrees, and the radius of circle D is 12. What is the measure of segment AB? Need something, Broughton? Anything over there?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Southeast if you want to try this one.
Our team's answer is pass.
The answer there is 6 times the square root of 3. And last answer or last question in crunching numbers for Broughton. They'll give us the last answer. In a bag of 10 marbles, 7 are red and 3 are blue. If a set of 3 marbles are selected without replacement, what is the probability that they are all red? Need an answer, Broughton. Anything?
Our team's answer is 7 over 24.
That is right. All right, now let's crunch numbers with Southeast Raleigh. In the diagram, a square is inscribed in a circle. If the area of the circle is 20 pi, what is the area of the square? Need something over there, Southeast Raleigh. Anything?
Our team's answer is pass.
That goes over to Broughton if you would like to try. Anything there, you guys? We need an answer.
Our team's answer is 80.
That is incorrect. 40, the answer we're looking for. Now, back to Southeast Raleigh. Evaluate the expression, the quantity of 8 over 2 to the root 3 power raised to the power of 3 plus root 3. Need something over there, Southeast. Anything?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Broughton. Anything, Broughton? It's supposed to be a quick kickback.
Our team's answer is pass.
64, the answer we're looking for. And last crunching numbers for Southeast Raleigh. If a student scores 70, 75, and 80 on 3 tests, what must the student make on the 4th test to increase that average to 80?
Our team's answer is 75.
That is incorrect. Broughton, would you like to try that one?
Our team's answer is 95.
95 is correct. Good news, players. Everyone has made it through the math portion of Brain Game. We're on to rocket science now, which means there are only 6 questions left until the final round. We're covering biology, physics, chemistry, and some engineering. Each team will begin with a visual question, so listen carefully. We kick off rocket science with Broughton. What pointy teeth in humans are used for tearing food and are named for their resemblance to dogs' teeth?
Our team's answer is canine.
That's right. This tape player came out in 1979, and CD players with that name were made later. What is this portable Sony product, Broughton?
Our team's answer is Walkman.
Walkman is right. And last rocket science for Broughton. If the pressure of a gas above a solution is increased, does that increase, decrease, or not affect the concentration of the gas in solution?
Our team's answer is increase.
That is right. Now, let's do rocket science with Southeast Raleigh. This broken spoon is an example of what optical phenomenon that occurs when light changes direction as it changes media. It is often described with an index.
Our team's answer is pass.
Broughton, would you like to try?
Our team's answer is refraction.
Refraction is right. Back to Southeast Raleigh. Subject a body to a force and it might deform. If it returns to its original shape, it has what quality that implies the material is rubbery? Need something over there, Southeast?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Broughton.
Our team's answer is pass.
Elasticity, the answer we're looking for. And last rocket science for Southeast Raleigh. It sits on top of the topsoil and comes from the Latin word for soil. What term describes plant detritus and decaying animals?
Our team's answer is compost.
That is incorrect, Broughton.
Our team's answer is humus.
That is right. All right, players, we've made it down now to our last question, globetrotting. How much do our players know about the languages of Africa? We will find out when Brain Game returns, everyone. Welcome back to Brain Game, everyone. We hope you're playing along on your TV or your favorite device. If you want more information about the smartest 30 minutes on television, go to WRAL.com and type the search words Brain Game for the season schedule, final scores, and to watch past episodes. That regular round of play ended with Broughton on the board at 420, and Southeast Raleigh is in there at 80. Up to 200 points are now on the table, and it all comes down to our game's final question. Each team determine how much to risk on globetrotting during the commercial break. Teams, here is your final question. What Southeast African nation is the 3rd most populous Portuguese-speaking country in the world? Stay tuned. The final answer and the final scores when Brain Game returns. Welcome back to Brain Game, everyone. The teams are locked in with their final answer to the final question, which is, what Southeast African nation is the 3rd most populous Portuguese-speaking country in the world? Let's find out who's going to the championship game based on their knowledge of this. All right. First of all, Southeast Raleigh, tell us your answer.
Mozambique.
That is correct. You risked 60 points. That brings your game total to 140. Good job. All right. Broughton, please tell us your answer.
Our team's answer is Mozambique.
That was also correct. You risked 0 points. That brings your game total right there at 420. So with that final score of 420, Broughton is today's Brain Game winner, everybody. Oh, man, that's some good audience response. Man, congratulations to Broughton. Good team reaction, too. Please join us next week when Enloe Magnet takes on Jordan Matthews. Thank you so much for watching Brain Game, everyone. The smartest 30 minutes on TV.